Shame.
Hey everybody, we're live. Hey everybody, Slopppy Secondz live. Do.
Dude, Chelsea just helped me blow TJ's mind for a couple of seconds, dude.
Oh, yeah, for a few seconds.
He sat down and I'd seen Chelsea's comment that he was eating Cocoa Pebbles. And I was like, so you had some Cocoa Pebbles, huh, TJ? And he was like, yeah, how'd you know that? I don't know, man. I can just tell, dude. I know the face of a man that's just feasted on some Cocoa Pebbles, dude.
Well, you know what I thought at first is like, do I have Cocoa Pebbles in my fucking beard? Because that could happen.
Yeah, I know. That beard will catch a Cocoa Pebble.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, did I fucking miss a Cocoa Pebble? But then I found out it was all fucking Chelsea. Chelsea
the informer, dude.
Chelsea the informant. The inform imp.
It's only through Chelsea that we even know what you're up to all fucking day, what you get yourself into.
That's true. She's my she's the warden. My prison.
Dude, when something crazy happens to you, we gotta wring it out of you, TJ. You fucking literally destroyed the front of a fucking restaurant with your car. You drove through a Raising Cane's, and you were just gonna like let us fucking not ever hear about that, dude?
Yeah.
I mean, also wouldn't give TJ enough sauce too. I mean, that's even the more bizarre part about it.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
That is nuts, Scotty.
Insane, one might say.
Dude, the other day, I ordered from this local place that's nearby where I live. Not a chain restaurant, I don't think. Maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
Some of these small chain.
Some of these dash cam places are like, sorry, not dash cam. What am I talking about? Some
DoorDash.
of these DoorDash.
No. This is a breakfast place. I know it's not a fucking.
So it's not kitchen. It's not one of those fucking ones where they're just like.
It's a breakfast and lunch place, and it has a physical location.
Oh, like they close at 2 kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. And I ordered these fries. They were called Always Crispy Fries, because when you DoorDash fries, you're lucky if you get crispy fries.
You are Salt City, it's usually what it is.
Dude, these fries came. They were not only were they crispy, they rivaled McDonald's in like quality.
Ooh.
You lie.
Dude, they're the real fucking deal.
Dude, I had some fries earlier today too. I had some chili cheese fries earlier.
Cheese.
I love chili cheese fries.
Was it extra cheese though?
I don't know if there's extra, but it was pretty fucking good.
But man, delicious chili cheese fries.
Did you make them yourself, DJ? Or
no cheese. No, I didn't make them myself. I went to a local burger place.
Oh, I got you. I always like when they have options for fries, though.
That's true.
And that's always nice.
I'm a fry purist. I like all cuts of fries, but I don't like it when they load shit up on my fries. That just fucks with my fry experience.
I would say that I pretty much will always take chili cheese fries over normal fries. So I'm pretty much the opposite. I don't know. I find normal fries pretty boring, to be honest with you. I usually want
I like dipping each one in my mustard or my ketchup, depending on how I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I like the ritual of the fry.
I do fries in mayo sometimes.
I don't know how many people do it. I'm a mustard freak, though.
I like mustard, but I've never dipped a fry in mustard.
Oh, it's good, dude. I mean, you gotta try it. There's so many different ways you can try it.
Yeah, I mean, I've dipped fries in a lot of different sauces. Oh, you know what I really found the other day is I was in a Mexican place, and I ordered a burger because I was like, it's been a while since I've tried to get a burger from a Mexican place. Let's see if this place does it.
Oh man, that's always a gamble, bro. Dude.
It really is. And honestly, the burger itself was good, but the bun sucked because here's the thing: it was a nice artisanal bun, but it had clearly been frozen.
Yeah,
and it was like frozen and obviously fucking quick thawed, and it sucked.
Yeah,
that ruined the whole fucking burger. But honestly, other than that, the burger was pretty good. But that ruined it. But here's the thing. It came with French fries, and the fries themselves were fine. They were standard. But I still had some of that white queso on the table.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder how these fries would be in this white queso.
Oh my God. You've never dipped fries in fucking queso before?
I mean,
Oh, no, it totally works.
not like that Mexican style or whatever the fuck, or like the restaurant stuff, because I don't usually have fries at a Mexican place.
Dude, I've had that many a time. Dude, I'll dip
Yeah.
a fry in anything. I'll dip anything else in.
Sure. And I was like, wow, these are really good in this this queso. So
Dip a fry in maple syrup, dude.
never done
Delicious.
that, but it sounds cool.
Dip a fry in honey. Delicious. Dip a fry in guacamole. Delicious. Salsa. Delicious. The fry is the perfect carrier for condiments, and I'm a lover of condiments.
Yeah, I think it's because the fry doesn't. I mean, that's why I like chili cheese fries though, because like then the condiments are just already on there.
It's beyond you've turned it into like a fucking like a casserole at that point.
Yeah, that can almost be a
Ooh, yeah,
meal.
that's true.
Meal unto
Oh my
itself.
God, dude! Holy shit, that would be awesome.
What? A French fry casserole?
A French fry chili cheese casserole.
Oh, there's I can guarantee
That's
you
got to
that
be a
there's-
fucking recipe.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
find
It's
it.
gotta be.
Guarantee there's a
there's
recipe
way
for
it's
I'm
it.
fucking doing that shit.
Just get a big bag of those fucking good ass frozen curly fries at the
Oh, yeah.
thing. Put them on the bottom.
Yep.
Make-
Then a
make
layer
up
of chili,
some
layer of
chili.
cheese. Yeah.
You might want to do 2 layers of fries. Do a layer of fries at the bottom, layer of chili, layer of cheese, another layer of fries.
Okay.
The
layer of
thing I'm
chili.
afraid of is, well, if you did them frozen, the ice barrier might keep them from, but I'm just afraid to get too soggy.
You'd have to cook them up first.
Yeah.
Just cook them up normally, like in the fucking oven. Just bake them off and then pull them out and then layer your casserole. And once you got that, put it in the oven for a little bit just to melt the cheese,
Yeah.
congeal everything a little bit. Go for it.
Dude,
Yeah,
I think
you're
maybe-
right.
I think maybe the approach would be to fucking just get the fries cooked where you want them, dump the chili on really quick, dump the cheese on really quick, put it under the broiler for like 3 or 4 minutes to broil the cheese, then
Yeah.
pull that shit out.
That's what I was thinking too. It's like you're
I
gonna
mean,
have
but
to
at
cook
that
those
point, you're
separately
just
and
making
combine
a
them.
giant chili cheese fry.
You're right, and I have no problem with that.
If you wanted to do a casserole style, though,
Do you know what? You know what actually would work better, and I've used this in casseroles before because I actually make a lot of casseroles. Tater tots.
Yeah, tots would be better for this.
Tots hold up way better than fries in that
Well,
situation.
they'll stick together and shit too, and make like a little tot
They-
crust.
And they almost form like a rice texture in a casserole.
Yeah, no, they're
So-
really tots are underrated for sure. I love a tot.
Oh my God, TJ's never had a tater tot casserole. What? I'm literally talking about having it right now.
Yeah, he has. Dude, I assure you, TJ has had a tater tot casserole. I remember one night we all went out. It was God, it's fucking so old now. Like it was like probably fucking 15 years ago into the French Quarter
Mm-hmm.
to this fucking
Oh,
dive
yeah.
bar called the Three-Legged Dog, and TJ was drunk. And we're like, TJ, this place is known for like its tater tots and like hamburgers and shit. You want anything? And then TJ's like, I want fucking tater tots. And the guy's like, so the fucking like methed out like dude working the bar is like, what do you guys want? We all order shit. TJ's like, I want a large tater tot. The guy's like, yeah, how much is that? And the guy's like, it's literally gonna be like, you know, this to-go box is gonna be filled. TJ's like, no, it's not gonna be enough. And the guy's like, it's a huge amount. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be enough. And she's like, no. He fucking like slams his fucking fist on the table and like, you gotta understand. I mean, this is in person. She is like a 6'7" fucking dude, and he's drunk and rowdy. He's looking at this dude and he's like, just like, no. And the dude literally is like, okay, no, all right, no problem. I'll just make you guys money. I'll take care of it. We pay for it. And he gives us 3 to-go containers filled to the fucking brim with tater tots. I'm probably just like jam. You can barely do anything. TJ's ass maybe eats like a normal portion of fucking tater tots. We're just like, what the fuck, dude? And then the whole time he's talking about, man, I'm gonna fucking destroy those tater tots when they get here, man. I'm gonna fucking destroy. He's like talking it up. He's a couple, man, I'm fucking full. I don't feel like I really want to eat that many. We fucking lug this shit back with us. Like fucking 2 fucking giant containers. You know, TJ's ass ain't gonna carry nothing. It's like, you're gonna eat this later, right, TJ? I don't know. My stomach's a little fucking weird, all the drinking and stuff. It's like, fuck you, dude. Fuck your bullshit. So I know if there's the point being, if there's a tater tot casserole, I fucking guarantee you TJ's eating one, dude. I would fucking stake my life on it. Someone put a gun to my head and was like, That's TJ eating a tater tot casserole. I'm like, that motherfucker probably eats one a fucking week, dude.
Oh, nothing like that, you know.
Obviously,
But
I'm
yeah.
exaggerating. For
Tater tot.
purposes.
But there's one that I have made a few times. It's like called a cowboy casserole. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I've had those. So.
Yeah, that shit's pretty dope. Yeah, tater tots are good in a fucking casserole. I mean, I don't
Someone's
know.
like, well, now I'm turning on the fryer.
People fucking sleep on those casseroles, but a lot of those casseroles are pretty fucking tight.
Tater tots, good with mustard too. Should try that.
I mean, I'd imagine a tater tot would be good with pretty much anything a fry would, right? I mean,
I'll dip fries in barbecue sauce if I got a good
sure, why
barbecue.
not? Yeah.
You know, like you really like need to branch out on your condiment game. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, I mean, I like a robust array of condiments. I'm not anti-condiment.
There's only a few that I won't fucking ladle on pretty much everything.
You suck. Well, you know, why don't you go somewhere else then, bitch?
Oh shit! TJ's the one that threw on the ban hammer.
No, I didn't ban him. I just timed him out. I'm too nice.
Oh,
But whatever.
Softy TJ.
I know I'm a soft boy.
Dude, I'm hanging on by a fucking thread. I'm so tired. I didn't sleep well last night. I had a doctor's appointment earlier in the day, and I'm hungry. I haven't really eaten anything other than that cheese stick all day, and I'm dying, and I want to eat, and I want to curl up in bed and sleep for about fucking 14 hours. That's
well, you know, I don't, you know.
That's where I'm at.
Dude.
I've been having a rough time fucking sleeping lately.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It happens to me. I get periodic insomnia and shit. So
yeah, that sucks ass.
I'm just bedraggled right now, dude.
I'll tell you, I definitely empathize with you because, like, if it's usually like with me, if I change my schedule enough, then suddenly it's like can't sleep. If I stay on a schedule, like I'm good. But the minute I'm like,
what you got for dinner tonight, Paul?
You probably aren't going to be super excited about it, but it's one of my favorite things.
You never know.
Amelia learned how to make my mom's cabbage soup.
Oh, nice.
It's a totally vegetarian soup. I mean, it's got.
Is it like beans and cabbage?
No.
No?
It's all vegetables. So it's cabbage and finely chopped onion and celery and carrot, and it's in a really amazing, like really rich broth, and everything's cooked to where it's soft but not mush. Dude, it's just like one of my favorite like homey kind of meals. So.
Dude, I don't have anything against that at all, because I mean I make a cabbage and bean soup. It's very fibrous, so you're gonna fucking fart for days. But
oh yeah, I'll be farty, but it's good for me. I mean
fiber is good for you and shit. And I mean, like that shit is good. I mean, like as long as the broth is on point, you can pretty much put anything in it and it's gonna fucking taste good.
Yeah,
and cabbage got a really pleasant texture in soup. You know.
Yeah,
it's very filling for a fucking vegetable.
It's a pretty recent thing. My mom didn't make it many times when I was a kid. It was actually recently. Not recently, maybe like last year. I was pretty sick. I got really sick, like intestinal sick. Yeah. And I was having trouble eating anything. And my mom made a big batch of it and brought it to me. And I've been addicted ever since. It's also apparently a great diet food because you can basically like eat as much as you want of it.
Yeah.
And still lose weight. So it's one of those things I'm thinking about trying.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like making a big old batch of it because it keeps for a while. So you make a big old batch of it every week, you know what I mean? And just replace a meal or two.
The soup gets better with time. That's one of the rare dishes. It's like you're like, let's say you're in like a fry. It's like you want to eat that as quick as possible. Like that's what you talked about. Like obviously when you ordered that fry, you're like, oh fuck, I'm like, I still want fries, but this will do. But soups, man. Once you get a recipe down, I've noticed that it's like 2 or 3 days later. It might be your best tasting soup is when it has at that time.
Oh yeah, a lot of stuff is better after a few days in the fridge.
Immerse.
Oh yeah,
that's like me and pizza, dude. Like I obviously love a fresh pizza, man. But to me, there's almost nothing better than like.
Well, one of the things that I've learned like about making wings, especially if you're gonna do it in an air fryer, is
you told me this trick too.
Yeah, I mean like cooking that shit up, doing a fucking initial fry, then putting that shit in the fridge for like 12 hours and then frying it up again, way better than the first fry.
Well,
Right.
yeah. I mean, it just gives them more time to get more tender and shit.
Yeah, and it also, I think a lot of the fat content kind of over the course of the night rises to the surface, and it creates this layer that just crisps up really good in the air fryer. Probably do it in a regular fryer too, honestly.
Yeah, you'll have to show me that when I come up to see you because you told me about it. I definitely am interested to learn that technique because I've never actually tried that. But it sounds like almost like how you would do it like a restaurant, almost like you pretty much like prep it where it's like boom, you can stick these things in for like 7 minutes and you have awesome.
I used to make soups all the time, and I don't really know what happened, but I have not made a soup in a while. But
I mean,
love
it's
soup.
winter's upon us, right? I mean, it's
winter's the
close.
perfect time to make fucking soup.
Yeah, you gotta make some soups.
Yeah,
Black
I mean,
bean
I
soup
can send you I can send you this recipe or whatever, my mom's recipe. It's really it's really good, dude. Like honestly, I'm not the type of guy that typically would go for it. I like meat, but I'm addicted to this soup.
There's like I like this soup. It's a cabbage soup too, but it's like cabbage and like white bean, and that's really good soup.
I mean, this soup definitely wouldn't like it be hurt by throwing some kidney beans in with it or something.
Yeah, those beans are really good.
It just doesn't have that.
I mean, it doesn't have to.
I don't know, Paul. If you gave me one of your mom's recipes, I don't think I'd be like, you know what, I need to fuck around with this thing.
And I don't know. There's all kinds of fucking cool soups out there. I mean
the cool thing about my mom's recipes is none of them are like codified. She fucks around with them, so it's like it gives you a good like overview of what you got to do, but you can always play around with your ratios, put more cheese or less or whatever to your taste.
Oh well, sure, yeah. I mean, like I'm not gonna try to reinvent it though.
No.
But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, of course, like I think any good cook kind of experiments every time. You know what I mean? There's definitely sometimes like, you know, I'm gonna add this herb, I'm gonna add this spice, I'm not gonna add this one. Or last time I added that, I thought I overpowered it. For sure.
All right. Well, I do want to show you this crackhead.
Anyways, how about Councilman Crackhead?
Yeah, this guy's a councilman, I guess, and he's arrested for allegedly smoking crack. So I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
Well, I mean, innocent until proven guilty.
I've seen this.
Okay, well, let's just take a look. I mean, it looks like all the good stuff's towards the beginning.
We'll really watch the beginning of
Sorry.
this.
Well, and then you have a crack pipe in your hands.
A city council.
Oh well, yeah, that's a pretty good indicator.
Yeah,
he was caught passed out in his car with a crack pipe in his lap.
Yeah.
If you show the beginning, TJ, I think they might show him being passed out.
I think it shows it after.
Oh, it shows it after. Okay.
Drug charge after a police officer
That started
finds
at
him
the beginning.
sleeping in his car with a crack pipe in his hand. Thanks for joining us here on Law and Crime. I'm Anjanette Levy. That Cranston police officer's body camera recorded the interaction he had with Councilman Matthew Riley earlier this week. Take a look. You can see Riley sleeping, his mouth wide open as the officer approaches. Riley has a lighter and a pipe in his hand. The officer rouses him from his sleep.
You have any weapons on you?
No, not at all.
All right.
Roads open.
Dude, if you've got a job like this and you are a secret crackhead, why would you ever do it out in public somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're a city councilman, I assume you have access to like a house.
Yeah, why wouldn't you just drive home and lay up on your couch and smoke a bunch of crack and pass out and nobody knows you're doing it? Like,
he's
why?
Just that addicted.
I mean,
he's just that addicted.
He must be deep into it
or I mean, maybe he's got a family that he doesn't want to know. But if that's the case, do it in the fucking bath. You can figure something out.
I think addiction's so difficult because I always think that when I see people riding around with drugs, and it's like, why the fuck would you ever? Especially like late at night, it's like you have like 10 ounces of fucking crystal meth. It's like, what the fuck are you thinking? Same thing with this guy. I mean, it's like he's gonna lose his job over the fact he's high on crack in the middle of the day in a park.
If you wanted to do that, just go to one of them big ass truck stops. It's got like the endless restroom. Go to the last fucking stall at the very end and smoke a little crack, dude. You're like doing it out in broad daylight in the middle of a fucking public park. That's just retarded.
If he wasn't driving, I'd be totally fine with it. I mean, me too. I mean, I don't care that he wants to smoke.
I mean,
crack.
he's parked and sleeping, so I mean, like he's not.
I don't think it's
driving, but
I don't think it. Well, I think they're implying he'll drive after that, which he probably will, of course.
After he sleeps it off.
Yeah, I mean, but he's sleeping the crack. I mean, I don't know why you're sleeping on crack, but whatever.
Well, he must have come down for it. 'Cause if he just smoked crack, he would be acting way different.
Oh, no way, dude. Really?
Yes, yes. I was just on my way back from court.
Man, how
I'm
fucking
just smoking a little crack after participating in a court trial that decides somebody's future.
you know how it is, man.
Yeah, if that's the case, dude, whoever had that was before that, they must be happy as shit. Like, oh, mistrial.
Yeah, that's a mistrial waiting to happen right there.
Well, a rescue's gonna come check you out, man. I can't let you go. You were literally choking in your sleep. Somebody flagged me down about it.
Oh, I have sleep apnea. I'm sorry.
Well, and then you have a crack pipe in your hands, so it's like,
Wait, sorry.
listen, I have.
Please, sir.
Sure. I mean, look, it's not a
what? We're
crack
gonna
pipe.
talk him out of that being a crack pipe? I mean, I don't understand.
It's the councilman's medicine. I take medicine through a crack pipe. It just looks like crack. It's actually totally legal.
I love how it's do this discreetly, not shouldn't be doing drug. Well, I mean, like, what show do you think you're watching?
I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't support the war on drugs. I support the legalization and regulation of drugs.
Yeah, I mean, if this dude wants to do crack, I'm not the fucking person. I mean, I'll tell him I think it's a bad idea, but I'm not the person advocating for him to be like forced to stop or anything.
Yeah, when he puts other people in harm's way, that's when he gets in trouble. That's like you're drunk driving. Yeah, I don't care if you're drunk, but you shouldn't be behind the wheel of a car.
Right.
Same thing with
I
him
mean,
smoking
so,
crack.
like,
He shouldn't
yeah,
be smoking crack behind the wheel of a car.
Use crack responsibly. You know,
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
exactly. That's what makes the most sense because we know people are going to use crack. We obviously, I don't think this councilman is under some impression that he thinks crack is good for him. He needs help. At most, society should intervene in the capacity of obviously this could be a mental health issue with him. It could just simply be an addiction issue, but it's a medical issue, and he needs help in that capacity if he wants it. If he doesn't sincerely want it, it doesn't matter what other people want for him.
Amen.
have a body camera. Obviously,
Yeah,
everything I
obviously.
have is recorded. You know that. And
I don't know, man. My empathy runneth pretty short for politicians, dude. They're dogs to me. They're beasts of burden. I want them to go and carry out my will. I don't care about him getting better. This motherfucker's smoking crack on my dime. Go fuck yourself, dude. If anybody deserves to be a hobo, it's somebody like this, you know? Fucking out there being a quote unquote public servant and just like he's cracked the fuck out all the time. Hey, what a fucker.
I don't care. He can do it. He can do it on my dime all he wants.
you know, so a rescue's gonna come here.
I'd honestly rather he be smoking crack than actually doing the business of politics in America.
I don't have any fucking empathy for politicians, dude, because they have none for me. They rule a cruel and callous fucking government at every level that is made to disregard people like me and people not like me. Just anybody that isn't a rich
write legislation for crack. What do councilmen do? What does
The governing board, they're part of a governing committee for like a city.
Yeah, they vote on city ordinances, and they have limited finance input, and planning commission comes out of the city council.
Yeah, usually the mayor of a city is the head of a city council.
Yeah, so it's like they've got their fingers in the municipal pie. Schools are obviously there's a school board as well, but funding for schools is city council work.
Yeah, city ordinances and laws.
So they do
zoning,
anti-loitering, establishing commercial zones.
Got it.
Zoning, that sort of thing.
So just like a little bit like local legislation and ordinances and shit, budget oversight.
Yeah, it's your local. It's your
that.
local government. Your
Okay,
city government. Yeah.
So like, what's the difference between as a councilman, or a council person, like, is that like the local level equivalent of like a state senator?
It's
like a
similar.
town senator kind of.
It's depending on it depends on the city you're in, but it's kind of divided up similarly to like I would say like I would say
is there like a set amount of people
like
on
house.
Right? So is there like a set amount of people on the city council, or is it like based on a specific charter for the city?
It's the number of people on the council is typically on the city charter.
Okay.
So it can be larger or smaller depending on the
I know fuck all about politics.
It's based on the number of like districts or boroughs or municipality. It's like there's different ways to divide it, but basically like local divisions of people.
Okay. Thanks. I needed a little civics lesson on this because I don't know much about like politics on this super local town level.
I mean, these guys are some of the most manipulable politicians because everybody that's on a city council, almost to a person, wants higher office. It's the bottom of the barrel for elected office. It's like this, and the school board is really kind of like entry level public politics.
Right. So they're like,
so these
everyone
guys
that's in it is trying to get to some kind of higher level.
And the smaller your town, too, the more influence you have over them. A city councilman of like LA County is a big deal. City councilman of, I don't know where this is, Podunk, Illinois, or whatever the fuck. They're going to listen to you way more than a national level politician is. Now, of course, they have limited authority. They're utterly governed by federal law, which supersedes
somewhere in
state
Rhode
law.
Island. Now former city council member arrested and charged with drug possession.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a smaller community in Rhode Island, this dude is totally reachable. You can probably get FaceTime with him if you wanted, if you're willing to, wait for a meeting with him or whatever. Super responsive in comparison. Limited power, but they do have decision-making capacity over things like police funding, once again, zoning and commercial districts versus residential districts and shit, whether or not one of your streets gets fucking fixed full of potholes, that type of local, you can flex your muscles a lot more on a local level. And not that these guys aren't juiced in, because they're in the good old boys club, and they're going to look out for the good old boys club before you, but you just have a little bit more oomph when pressuring these types of politicians.
Yeah, so it kind of actually gets worse in this guy's case.
Ooh,
because both of the videos Scotty sent me have follow-ups that are actually darker than the video.
That was unintentional. I had no idea. I mean,
so actually, this guy, I was looking to find out like what's happened to him since. He's been charged with child molestation since.
Fuck.
Yeah. So after he
smoking crack and diddling.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So he was he was arrested last month on drug charges, but now he's been taken on child sex charges.
Fuck
Jesus
this
Christ,
dude.
What the fuck? What a
dude, I don't give a fuck about him smoking crack, really, to be honest with you. I mean, like, yeah, I don't think he should be driving. I think it's irresponsible. And I agree with you, Paul. I have very little sympathy for politicians. But then you add in he's a child molester. Fuck this dude.
Yeah, so I mean, like after it was like a month after he was arrested for this, he got arrested for fucking molesting kids. So
he's disgusting.
Crack and diddling kind of go hand in hand. Do they though? I don't know. I mean, maybe they do. Are crackheads overrepresented in child abuse cases?
I have no idea.
I've never heard that.
This is another video Scotty sent me about a chick who's like masturbating in public on a beach.
Oh yeah,
and you don't actually see the masturbation, but she gets arrested for it.
She's unlucky because if it's someone like me, it sees this, I'm gonna be like, holy shit. I'm not gonna be offended.
Oh, wait a minute. She was down on the beach strumming the meat guitar in public.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I mean, we don't see what she's doing, but this is after where she's confronted.
Got it.
Strumming on the old banjo.
And these cops, you can tell, it just feels super awkward because, like, you talk to us over here.
All right, so someone called us. We got multiple calls about you, about something pertaining on the beach. Yes. Were you supposed to be? Were you?
She's got a big ass cross on too. What a dirty birdie, dude.
She's dirty.
You're a dirty baby. Ooh, Jesus is watching. You know, the thing is too, she wasn't just like manual diddling herself. She wasn't just like strumming on the meat banjo or whatever the fuck you said earlier.
She was dildoing it?
No. She had a fucking full-on vibrator though.
Oh,
strumming on the old banjo.
Yeah, she had a fucking vibrator. She was a
She's kinky. That's pretty fucking kinky, dude. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna fucking diddle myself that hardcore on the beach.
Is there video evidence of this crime?
That would be like a dude bringing a blow-up doll out and fucking it right on the beach.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, one of those
dude,
like, automatic
that's
masturbators
commitment.
or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, that is someone who is highly committed. If you
What were you
blow
doing?
up on the beach.
Like prior to coming here.
Prior to
Why
what?
I was diddling myself on the beach with a big vibe. What were you doing, officer? Probably be better for her if she just came out and admitted it. You know what I mean?
Prior to coming here.
There was nobody. I was just sitting on my tail. Nobody was around me.
Okay, and you were over at the beach?
Like I was near the water.
Near the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I do? What did I do?
So apparently you were masturbating on the beach.
Dun, dun, dun.
There was no shock or surprise on her face. So
Yeah,
any thoughts I had that maybe she didn't do this and was just misinterpreted by somebody just went out the window. That's not the reaction of somebody who wasn't just diddling on the beach.
How did that go again? How did what go? The noise? You want me to do the vibrator noise again? Is that what you're asking me to do? I'm not sure what you want.
She was feeling the vibe, dude.
Yeah, I mean, she just wanted some good vibes. I don't know what the problem is.
Good vibes only, bro.
People.
No, they
families.
didn't. That's not
Well,
true.
why would they call us that?
Nobody was around. It was an anonymous call.
Well, the argument that nobody's around is not exactly a denial.
No.
So, nobody was around. Well, clearly someone was because you were.
Saw you vibing.
Yes. Oh, you want me to do the okay?
Dude, I've got a blind spot. I've got a blind spot on this for sure, dude, because I think a dude jerking off on the beach is creepy as fuck. And I think a chick diddling herself on the beach is hot as fuck and should be allowed and permissible.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty biased too. I'm like, that's cool. Yeah, but you're right. If some old dude's jerking at the beach, I'm like, hey, man, cut that shit out.
Yeah, some old hairy bastard just like leering at people and jerking off at the beach.
What if
or
he was hot?
I mean, it's less egregious if he's hot and not paying attention to everybody else and just kind of leaning back and jerking off in nature, but it's still creepier than like a chick diddling herself on the beach.
Got it.
Just culturally for me, I don't know.
Hey, man, it is.
I said it's a blind spot.
Yeah, I mean, hey, examine your values, I guess.
This is one of my buddies. Okay,
No,
one of my buddies.
No, it's not one of your buddies. It's a family.
Okay, look, let me show you what I did.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there
Oh,
anything
you're
we
gonna
can
show
add?
us?
Show you I did. Okay. Yeah, please
I mean,
do.
look, one way to learn is to experience and to be shown how it's done.
Let me make sure my body cam's on here. Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
please,
Show me exactly what you were doing again.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Is it if I look through it? I mean, if you can open it and can I see the contents inside the bag?
Yes. I don't know. I don't really understand what y'all.
You don't understand? I mean, it's pretty cut and dry.
You were, you were going to town on yourself at the beach.
I mean, like he said you were masturbating on the beach. It wasn't. I mean, it's not really like where's the miscommunication?
It wasn't like you were just happening to get picked and it was like, hey, you know what? Were you the person that was just playing with themselves down on the beach? What? No, not me.
Very concerned. Okay.
This is really highly offensive to me.
I got it. I got you. And that's why I'm trying to figure it out.
It's my vibrator, but I just put it in my. I was sitting on the beach, and
I just put it in my pussy and had a big orgasm. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, I get it, but you're just supposed to do that in the privacy of your home or hotel room or whatever. Look, can you give me a demonstration so I better understand what exactly went down?
I don't think this makes you like a sex offender. I don't know. I guess there could be mitigating circumstances or whatever, but I don't know. I think this should be just a ticket offense.
So you did have a vibrator.
listen. I was sitting on the water like this, and I just put it in there, and it was covered up, and I just had an orgasm. I'm sorry. I was stressed out.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have mentioned all that.
That was probably not a smart thing.
Yeah, you just admitted to the.
I mean,
crime.
like, you've like pretty much admitted to what you were doing, and they're out here because that's like against the law and stuff. So you probably should have just like, I don't know.
Well, also, I mean, the
denied
police
that.
can investigate it, but they ultimately had no proof.
Yeah, they had no proof you did it, so all you had to do is be like, I didn't do that shit. These people are fucking
They said
crazy.
you did. Okay, well,
I mean, that's
I
their
didn't.
word against mine, I guess. Can we look
Yeah,
through your
that's
bag? No.
She was watching kids make sandcastles. If that's the case, we got a different situation.
Just hang tight for me.
I'm sorry. Nobody saw me. I was in the water. Okay, so what? If this is anonymous call,
I mean, if nobody saw, then they wouldn't have called, right?
Damn, she's going to jail.
Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police.
man, please don't do this to me. Are you serious?
She didn't show the clam, so she shouldn't be in the jam.
I mean, she admitted to it though. She did the worst possible thing she could have done. She just did the worst thing she could have fucking done. I mean, like anything else, if she had just been like, I don't know. I mean, even if they arrested her, they shouldn't arrest her. She admitted to breaking the law. Obviously, they have some sort of discretion.
I know she's dead. We're gonna get to that in a minute.
Obviously, there's some sort of discretion whether they arrest her or even, really. I mean, more than likely in a case like this, she gets arrested, she gets out pretty much immediately, and it's probably going to be a bullshit, charge.
I love when you try and cover stories like this that like have an emergent thing that also happened that's related, and the town crier is always in the chat going like, extra, read all about it. This lady's dead.
She's fucking
like,
dead. She is.
Thank you for taking all the air
Sir,
out
do
of
you
it.
know she's dead? Yeah, we know.
A family saw it. They had kids.
What? There was nobody around me.
So,
well, then how did they just
didn't say nothing?
They just luckily guessed by happenstance. I mean, like, come on, listen to what you're saying. That doesn't make sense. That would only make sense if you were just like going to outright deny that anything happened. You can't say that no one was around to see you, but yes, you were doing the thing you were reported as doing. Like that doesn't make sense.
I mean, she's basically just arguing like I was doing it, but I shouldn't be charged with anything. It's like, well, if you admit to it, I mean, of course they're gonna charge you with it.
No muff, no cuffs, dude.
It sucks because he's also getting arrested in her bathing suit, so that's not fun.
Are they gonna find the vibrator? Let's see the vibrator.
it's a bullet style.
It's a bullet style vibrator.
This guy knows his vibrators, dude.
Yeah.
What are the bullet style here? I mean, I've got a lot.
Oh, it's one of those Chinese knockoff Zhao Wang bullet styles. Yeah, my wife loves these. You know what she likes to do? She likes to go down on the beach and just kind of like sit on it and have an orgasm. Anyway,
let's gaffle this bitch up.
Lock this bitch up.
Oh, Jesus. Knows you going through it.
Oh, Jesus. This lady's like,
Jesus.
This lady's over here getting the Holy Ghost over a vibrator like she ain't got one at home. Give me a fucking break, lady.
She admitted to it. And she said she had an orgasm on the beach. And all that.
So wait a minute. What if I spontaneously come on the beach? Is that illegal?
Yes.
Because as far as I know, having an orgasm is as a biological response to stimuli. It doesn't say that you have to be masturbating to come. What if I'm just real turned on? I go down on the beach. I'm having sexy thoughts off to myself. And, hey, dude, I fucking blow a spontaneous load.
Then you should be arrested and go to prison.
And you should go to fucking jail then.
Damn,
obviously.
Dude.
Woman arrested for using vibrator on beach. Dead.
You blow ropes on the beach, Paul, you go to prison.
Dead.
Dude, you know where I heard that from? That dude in chat that was posting about it over and over.
Oh yeah, remember that dude in chat?
Yeah.
Dead.
The town crier, dude.
Dead. She's fucking dead. You guys hear she's dead? She died. She's dead. R.I.P. Dead.
Dude, I think we should have a town crier again.
I wonder what one of these 12 comments are going to say. She shouldn't have been arrested for being her authentic self. Instead of videotaping her on the beach, I'd have gone over to help her. It's just a horny down bad motherfuckers. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
You're going to get a lot of that.
Thank God the internet's still fucking pervy and weird. I was losing faith for a minute.
I mean, I'd have to imagine that she probably unalived herself due to just embarrassment for being a meme.
Well, let's see. Was it from suicide or was it murder? A Georgia woman arrested on the beach after getting caught pleasuring herself was found dead 8 months after the embarrassing incident. News of Christina Revel's Glick's death surfaced after video of her arrest went viral. Body cam footage of the July 1st, 2021 incident showed police placing the 36-year-old in handcuffs after another beachgoer reported the woman using her vibrator in public. The footage.
This chick is dead, by the way. This chick is dead. She's dead. This chick is dead.
Dead. News. Breaking
dead.
news.
Now
we have
she
breaking
is
news.
dead.
Let's report first on Slopppy Secondz on Deep Fat Fried. Woman who was caught using vibrator on the beach is in fact dead.
Neighbors.
TJ, are you aware that this woman is dead now?
Neighbors insist she did not die by suicide, but was killed following a dispute with her boyfriend. A downstairs neighbor believes he heard an attack involving Revel's Glick and the guy who was there all the time. It was her landlord, Felicity Rollins, Rollins' boyfriend and family friend Gareth White, who discovered the body, which had been decomposing for about 30 days. The smell just hit you. I knew something was very wrong, White recalled, before coming across her bloated body. There's a large amount of blood on the living room floor, 2 separate blood trails leading in both directions in the hallway, and blood was observed in the guest bedroom on a chair, desk, and computer. A hole was also observed in the roof directly above her bed, an exit wound from a bullet on her forehead. It was not a normal suicide if it was a suicide. We don't know if she shot herself on purpose or if she shot herself accidentally. Why makes you think she shot herself?
Holy shit, you guys are not going to believe this.
Is she dead?
This chick is dead, dude.
Oh, fuck. Are you sure?
Dead. Yep.
Dead?
And get this. She was caught masturbating on the beach.
Whoa.
If you could believe it.
So before she was dead, she was masturbating on the beach?
Yeah, and some people are saying that the two things might be linked.
And then after that, she was dead?
Yeah.
Update and news alert. Update and news alert. The woman we're talking about who was found dead in her apartment, possibly by suicide, possibly murder. You guys know this. This is actually breaking news, guys. We're going to break it here. Was found and arrested by the police publicly masturbating on the beach. Can you believe that?
Whoa. Wait a minute. That's weird, bro. That's weird.
Yeah, that's we're getting word on that right now. Hard to believe.
How far are we going to carry this cane fabe tonight? Let's see. Let's make a decision. Can I tell you something, dude? I think cane fabe is the most avant-garde thing we've ever done.
You're probably right. Depressing story. Time to a full video on the Karen who videoed this. Let's see how she handles 8 months of harassment.
Dude, I think even the people that hated cane fabe loved cane fabe.
Like Scotty.
That's how popular it was.
Scotty
did hate cane fabe, yeah.
What's wrong with you, Scotty? You just got no art in your soul, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're an artless fuck, Scotty.
Don't matter to me.
You're a soulless, artless, empty-hearted piece of shit, Scotty.
You're a tin man, Scotty.
You're a tin
bastard
man
in a basket
with a tin plan.
You are an orphan bastard that I found in a basket along the side of the road.
Bastard from basket.
Bastard in a fucking basket. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Paul, what's the best screenplay ever written, bro?
Ooh, that's tough. I have actually read quite a few screenplays. I do enjoy reading them when you can find them in a good format.
Do you ever feel like a screenplay? Does it hit differently? I've never really read a screenplay for a movie. Does it hit different than the movie itself a lot of times? Or
the best screenplay for a movie that I think I've ever read, and like I'm not super widely read, but I've read a lot of screenplay. You know, I've read quite a few. Honestly, The Matrix, dude, the treatment for that movie is what you were describing, kind of. Like, I think if that movie would have been able to be directly translated from that screenplay, And I mean, it got very close. Don't get me wrong, but it's almost cooler in the screenplay than it is in real life.
Oh yeah, why is that?
It's a great. It just is. I don't like the way that the city is described is a little more cyberpunky than it's kind of presented. They went with like a more traditional. I don't know. It just there are just times, little moments of like description that you'll find that you're like, man, I wish they would have leaned into that a little more, you know? So that's a great screenplay, though. I mean, if you're looking for a screenplay that really sells you on an idea like, God damn, this movie has to be made, that's one of the best. I love Kubrick's screenplay for The Shining because it's so efficient. Like, you talk about a screenplay that like like reads like it is. That's a really good one. I don't know if I read the whole Shining screenplay. Definitely read a lot of excerpts. Seems pretty dead on.
Did Kubrick write that screenplay or was it someone else?
It might have been somebody else that wrote the screenplay.
I can't remember if Kubrick was a screenwriter at all.
I believe he did write some stuff. I don't know if he was like prolific in that sense, but if you watch, there's like stuff you can see behind the scenes of The Shining. I mean, obviously, if you look at the clips from it, he's obviously more focused on directing and cinematography, but he is definitely involved to some degree in the writing process in the films for sure.
I'm looking at this Shining screenplay. It doesn't really say who wrote it on it. It just says that it's a Stanley Kubrick film produced by these and that and blah, 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 blah.
Ask ChatGPT, dude.
Ask it what the best screenplay is?
Just ask it who wrote the Shining screenplay.
Oh, okay.
It'll tell you. It knows. It knows all, TJ. It is the Oracle of Delphi. It knows all.
I mean, it'd probably be an easier question to just ask Google, honestly, but whatever. It was written by Stanley Kubrick and Diane Johnson.
Okay.
And Stanley Kubrick, also the director of the film, collaborated with Johnson, a novelist and academic, in adapting the Stephen King novel. The screenplay is known for diverging in significant ways from King's original story, with Kubrick and Johnson bringing their own unique perspective to the adaptation, creating a film that has since become an icon of the horror genre.
I read the screenplay for Gladiator by Ridley Scott. That's a great screenplay as well. Very cinematic, just very like evocative. Some screenplays are really bare bones. Those can be good too, and some of them are very descriptive.
Gladiator 2 Nick Cave screenplay.
That was never produced though.
Yeah, but there is a screenplay for it. I wonder
Right,
how.
yeah, we talked about in sequels that never happened or something. And it was like Maximus going throughout time and like fighting all these different conflicts.
Yeah,
I think eventually, what wasn't like eventually like it's like the war between heaven and hell or something.
I have no idea, dude.
Crazy ass shit like that. I mean, it sounded cool, but
Yeah,
obviously,
I remember us covering it. I don't remember much about it.
Shot it down and was like, he was like, "Try again, mate," or something. It was like he had some comment to Nick Cave. Where it's like, there's no way.
Let's see. Max interior Roman Pentagon, Washington. Maximus enters Rome. I mean, that's just such a weird fucking idea. There is a large circular table. 10 men in suits are around the table. They each have a laptop in front of them. There is a bank of screens along one wall. Maximus sits down at the table in a black, high-backed leather chair. Maximus, excuse me, gentlemen. Maximus looks at his laptop, then at the 10 men. Maximus, now where were we? The end. Like,
wow.
What a weird fucking idea for a fucking Gladiator sequel.
Love it.
It just ends with Maximus sitting in the war room of the Pentagon, like, yeah.
Did you guys
bitch?
ever watch that Matrix movie that they did last year or something?
Yes,
I think it wasn't it the year before last? I don't know.
We never talked about it.
I hated it.
You did? You hated every bit of it.
Oh my god, I hated it so I was fucking disgusted.
Yeah, I was not a big fan of it personally.
I really detested it, honestly.
I definitely
you sound like you're softer on it.
Yeah. I just liked how out there it was. Like, it was wild. It basically like was a very meta movie.
Yeah.
They decided to make a movie that was aware of the existence of the film.
Yeah.
And kind of like Neo had been recast as the person who wrote it. So basically just Mary suing Neo. Kind of underlining, I think, the kind of claims that the Wachowski sisters have made about the Matrix being about the trans experience.
You guys did talk about it on the show before. Paul defended it because it challenged his perspective. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, none of us remember it, so it doesn't count.
I mean, I remember it.
None of us remember the conversation. I don't remember the conversation.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think we discussed it a whole lot.
Maybe.
Which is why I asked about it.
Yeah, I don't remember much of the film, but I remember I really, really did not enjoy it.
I think maybe at the time I had seen it, you guys hadn't yet, and we just never discussed what you thought.
Yeah, I think that's what ended up happening. Like, you had seen it, but we had not.
I watched it on the day it came out on HBO.
So Gladiator 2 is being made right now, yeah, but it's not.
Yeah, but not the Nick Cave sequel.
Yeah, and Russell Crowe, I believe, is.
What's that, Scotty? Russell Crowe.
I don't believe Russell Crowe is going to be in it. If he is, it's going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be flashback shit because it's set in the.
Well,
future.
there's no way you could do a flash. I mean, like, unless he's like totally CG'd because he looks nothing.
I guess that's true. He's
fucking gigantically fat and old now.
That was Maximus's earlier years.
He looks more. He looks more like fucking John Goodman now than he looks like Russell Crowe.
It's so true.
I
like Russell Crowe though. Fuck it.
Oh, dude, I love Russell Crowe. I mean, he's great. I love him more now that he's a big fat fuck. Honestly.
Yeah, me too. My empathy is off the charts for him now.
Yeah, and I mean, I like him. I loved him in that stupid. It's a terrible movie, honestly, but it's fun to watch. That fucking Last Exorcist movie where he's doing a fucking terrible Italian accent the whole movie. So like he fucking it sounds like his preparation for his Italian accent was just like listening to fucking like playing some Mario games and emulating Mario as much as he could.
It's me, Mario.
It's just like a deeper voice, Mario. I am a father, whatever my name is. I like him in American Gangster. I mean, what has he been bad in, bro? Like, what is I mean, I know Russell Crowe has been in some shit movies, but like, what has he been bad in? Okay. Nothing as far as
you know what? I do remember a movie where I thought Russell Crowe was super underwhelming.
What was it?
Do you guys see that movie American Gangster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was listless in that role.
I mean, we literally just responded to a guy that said I like him in American Gangster.
No.
He was the cop, right?
Yeah, he was the
I mean,
good guy cop.
Denzel Washington definitely stole the show from him, but I think he was fine.
I don't know.
Les Mis. Yeah, I guess a lot of people hate him.
Les Mis.
I
forgot about that,
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw that, but I did hear he was fucking awful.
As Javert, or I think is his name, the character's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was not good.
Okay.
Just horribly miscast because he doesn't have the ability to sing. So in a musical,
I mean, let me ask you a question, guys. Why the fuck? I mean, they used to do this all the time in old movies. When musicals were a more popular genre, sometimes there was an actor that was very famous that was going to be in a musical, but they couldn't sing for shit. And what they would do is they would find someone who had a similar enough voice but could sing to sing for them. And then that actor would like lip sync to that. And no one gave a shit.
I mean,
but now all of a sudden, no matter how bad of a fucking singer an actor is, if they're in a musical, they got to sing their own fucking part.
If you
and like,
I'm assuming you haven't seen that version of Les Mis, TJ, because
no,
it'd be nonsensical to do that. I mean, there's barely any spoken dialogue in that movie.
I mean, then just don't cast Russell Crowe. Or
no, I agree with that. I wouldn't cast him.
I mean, this is the same exact problem I had with the way that Tim Burton did Sweeney Todd. Like casting people who are not singers in roles that are sung. It doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't. Like, I know they need the star power, but there are relatively fucking famous people that can carry a tune. So hire as many of those you can and then break out a fresh star.
Yeah, I got why they had Johnny Depp at the time, but Helena Bonham Carter, she could not fucking sing.
Did anyone
She
ever
fucking
see the
butchers
edgy
those
reboot
songs.
of
I mean,
Robin
Johnny
Hood?
Depp is not great, but yeah, she's the worst. She
Oh,
outshines
she's
him
the
as the
worst.
worst.
Yeah, like I mean, like I guess maybe that's why they cast her.
The,
Johnny Depp, it's like
the edgy Robin Hood. I mean, I didn't really think it was all that edgy, but the Robin Hood with Russell Crowe is a terrible movie. But I didn't think it was bad because
I mean, his accent is not on point.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, who gives a shit? The screenplay was garbage.
It's too generic, dude. I mean, it's not the worst Robin. I think the one with what's his
it's
name?
like
Clive
the movie
Owen, and when they were like, we did like this is the Oh, that's not Robin Hood, is it?
I don't know.
Was that Robin Hood?
I don't know, honestly.
No, I'm mixing it up with King Arthur. Never mind.
The fucking Robin Hood that I like is the Kevin Costner one. It's fucking pretty decent. But
dude, Johnny Depp really was fucking shit. Dude, I'm remembering that fucking performance now.
I really do not understand your problem with performance. And you told me to go look at the Broadway guys, and they fucking don't seem any better than Johnny Depp to me. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a fucking good
So
judge
those songs were written to be sung by a strong baritone. Okay. And Johnny Depp sings the song like, you know, the song is supposed to be like really robust, dude. Like that's kind of the point of Sweeney Todd, is that he's able to overpower all these men. Johnny Depp doesn't look like he could overpower a fucking Pomeranian. Okay,
sure. I mean that's
problem number one.
But I really don't
his whole persona.
I don't really feel like the songs he does a bad job. I mean, like I like some of the versions of the songs. I even go back and listen to a few of them.
So he'll sing like something that's, and I'm not a great singer, so you know, take this with a grain of salt, but something that's supposed to be like, and I'll never see Joanna, you know, and he sang it like he was he did his fucking Captain Jack Sparrow thing, and I'll never see Joanna. It's just, I don't like the way he treated the character.
I don't know. I mean, I just don't really. I mean, I still think he put like enough like character in it and stuff. I mean, maybe he was wrong for the part, but.
Like he was better than Helena Bonham Carter was by a country mile.
The only thing I only remember about Helena Bonham Carter in that movie was her just screeching that West Boys in London. I'm just like, oh my god, please!
She can't sing at all, dude. Like if
Stop
Johnny Depp is a
fucking
mediocre
singing,
talent. If he's a
Johnny
mediocre
Depp can
talent,
carry a tune. Like he was on
Yeah.
tune and shit. You could tell they didn't have to work with him on tone and shit. Like he at least he could sing.
Yeah,
You
he
just
could
can't-
sing.
Like
Was he
mine
right
is
for the
like,
role?
You just feel like he's the wrong kind of
Incredible.
singer and actor for that role.
Yeah,
I
but
nitpick it
for
because
her,
it's my favorite theater show of all fucking time.
Sure, that makes sense.
I revere it. I nitpick on that because some of the baritones that have sung Sweeney Todd or just killed it. You know,
when I went to go see a little local, I mean, it wasn't a local production, but it was a small production of Little Shop of Horrors, and it was in Mandeville, so like you know. But there was most of the cast was actually pretty good, but the dude that played Oren Scrivello, the dentist, they like cast some fucking like total like autistic spurgy dude that was awkward as fuck and could not commit to the role at all. Like he was terrible.
Didn't work.
Yeah, he couldn't make eye contact with the audience or anything. I think he was trying to kind of like use his like autistic spurginess to like enhance the weirdness of the character or whatever, but it didn't work.
Well, you can lean into that for one element of the character, but you can't just rely solely on that.
Like you needed, I don't know, you needed someone who had like some swagger and some coolness to him, you know? And
I mean, it is hard to compete with.
Oh, it really is. Yeah.
With,
I mean,
you know, the Oren Scrivello that people are most familiar with.
I mean, Steve Martin's fucking, I mean, like legendary fucking talent. So for sure.
But that's an example of a movie that respected the musical nature, because like that started as musical theater as well.
Yeah.
But that's a movie that respected everybody in that movie is a phenomenal fucking singer. I mean, iconic portrayals of all of the main characters.
Sure.
When you think Warren Scrivello, you're never not going to think of Steve Martin. You know,
he was great. Yeah. I mean,
you're going to think of Rick Moranis when you think he's just perfect for the role of Seymour. Just absolutely spot on.
I love that fucking movie, by the way.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, it's an unsung classic for sure. I don't know if it's unsung. I think
it's sung pretty well, but I mean,
it's not invoked a lot in
I
conversation.
keep hearing about this sequel or this remake that's supposed to happen, but I don't know if that's dead or maybe it was killed by the writer's strike. And if it was, thank God, because
Yeah, I just
that
hope it
shouldn't even
never
happen.
happens.
Yeah, I really hope that there is no Little Shop of Horrors
Dude,
remake.
Audrey 2 would just be some CGI monstrosity. You know,
I
it
know.
suck. Fuck
Let
that.
me see if that's been canceled. I'm hoping it's been canceled.
Dude, that Audrey 2 puppet from the film is one of the fucking most masterful practical effects ever done.
Oh, it's great.
Ever.
It's top notch, and like the amount of articulation and the lip movements of that plant is like astonishing.
I mean, it does. It does basically song and dance numbers as a puppet. I mean, it's impeccable.
I mean, like it's hard to get those lip movements down. Oh, thank God, it was canceled.
Oh, good.
Holla fucking Luya.
Yeah, I mean, it was supposed to, dude. Apparently, Chris Evans was supposed to be in it or something. Like that's already wrong.
No.
Nope. Yeah, the movie has been scrapped. The horror comedy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's been scrapped. So that's good. Yeah, it looks like the pandemic halted it, and then the strike looks like it might have just fucking killed it outright. So that's good. I'm glad about that. Fuck that. I did not want to see that movie remade.
I wouldn't have either. I mean, like, the only way I would have seen it if it was remade, essentially would have been just like, if you guys had seen it and were just like, oh my God, I was wrong. I was wrong. It was amazing.
I am so sick of remakes. That being said, I'm interested in the Nosferatu remake. Well, the interesting thing about Nosferatu is that the original is a classic and the 70s Werner Herzog one is a classic. So, and I mean, I can't remember the name of the director that's fucking doing it, but he's got a lot of fucking talent. So, hopefully his version will also be a classic. That being said, I don't really know that I'm looking forward to it insanely, like an insane amount, but whatever.
If they don't make it a CGI fest, it'll probably be all right. Like,
yeah, Robert Eggers, yeah.
If they keep it moody and keep it in camera, I think, and get a really good casting, especially for Nosferatu.
Let me see if any of that's been announced yet. I know we're about to wrap this show up, but I'm kind of curious what's the status of that, because I have not been keeping super close attention. But upcoming, has that film been canceled? Because I don't actually see him attached to that.
Oh
anymore.
shit!
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd heard a bunch of stuff about him being. Wait a minute. Who the fuck is this? Yeah, why am I don't want his production designer fucking credits, god damn it. That's the fucking problem here.
It took me 20 years to realize the first victim, blonde dude with his leg trapped in Saw, was the dude from Princess Bride. Really? You've never seen Carrie Elwes before?
I can't believe that.
Dude, that guy's a pretty legendary actor. He was in a bunch of shit. Pretty recognizable. I guess if that's the only thing you'd ever seen him in was Princess Bride, maybe, but
god damn it. Why is fucking IMDb has become retarded? Okay. I hate this shit. Okay. Nosferatu. There we go. Finally. Okay. Who the fuck? Do we know who's playing fucking Okay. Man, I'm not fucking fond of that. I do not like these fucking Skarsgårds.
No, you know what, dude? I was gonna say Bill Skarsgård, but I started thinking about it, and I was like, no, because you know what, dude? I think people want to give it to him because he did It, but I liked nothing about his It portrayal.
Right, and he's the one who's got it, so I don't know.
What? Oh man.
So we'll see if maybe it's a better director, so maybe they'll bring out a better performance, but I have not been super keen on Bill Skarsgård.
I mean, Willem Dafoe has already kind of played Nosferatu. He's probably not super eager to do it again.
Willem Dafoe is already in the movie. Well, he is
he's
Professor Albin Eberhardt.
Yeah, Dafoe was amazing, by the way, as you might expect. I don't think it's going to get better than him. I can't see Bill Skarsgård outshining that. And Klaus Kinski, nah.
No, dude, there's no fucking way.
Not gonna happen, dude.
Yeah, and let's see. You got Johnny Depp's kid got a fucking role in it for their nepotistic
What's his kid's
reasons.
name?
Lily Rose Depp.
Nepo baby role.
She's not
Nepo
a good actor.
babies.
She's not a good actor. She's not a good actor.
I haven't seen her in anything, but I'll take your word for it.
She's not a good actor.
She's not. Yeah.
She's not in a big role though either. So she's just got a little nepotism role. Probably to get some funding. Let's see.
Yeah, Nosferatu invented the trope of vampires being destroyed by sunlight. That is true.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know this chick. Yeah, I don't know anything about this girl. And what about this guy? Do I know this guy from anything? He's got weird eyebrows.
Dude, people just don't know any better, man. That Skarsgård Pennywise was so bad, dude. It was just bad in every way. I mean, it compared itself so unfavorably. Like, look, dude, I don't think that I think that it could have been remade. And I think they could have done it justice. But you have to realize that you're living in the shadow of a cult classic TV movie that
I tried to watch it again and be like, I'm going to be more open-minded this time. And I only got like 10 minutes and I was like,
you can't. Here's the thing.
It's just not
so
good.
many. There's good elements to it, but you can't fumble your Pennywise, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's what I will say.
Could not nail the Pennywise to the same degree Tim Curry.
Well, here's what I'll say about it. I think that directed a little bit differently, I think Skarsgård could have done a good job in that role. And my evidence for that is that there are some scenes where he is momentarily creepy, but usually it's like he starts to be creepy and kind of fucking like
he needed
compelling.
He needed to stop the falsetto shit.
Yeah, and then they would fucking throw some CG shit or they do something weird with it and it would they totally take you out of it with some corny bullshit. So a lot of times
that scene in the first or in the second movie, the opening scene of the second movie where the little girl gets lured down under the bleachers with him is moody and creepy until the CGI happens.
Until he turns into a fucking
and the CGI sucks all of the air out of what is a genuinely well-written, well-shot, moody, creepy kind of reintroduction to the character. It like suckered me into thinking like, oh my God, is he going to be good in this one? And then no, they're going to ruin it. So maybe I am blaming Bill Skarsgård for too much for shit that he really had because it really was in a lot of cases the CG shit. But the one that doesn't have a ton of CG that you can't really blame it on that is the iconic fucking drain confrontation with Georgie.
Yeah. And
that is just outclassed in every way by the Tim Curry version.
Well, the thing is that Tim Curry's version of that scene, he comes across like an actual fucking clown, and there's just something vaguely menacing beneath it.
Don't you want?
Whereas Pennywise is just instantly like, "Oh, I'm an evil clown.
I'm an evil sewer clown. Come on.
You better run, Georgie. I'm gonna get you."
The original Pennywise.
You're in a small minority on 2017 It. Most people loved it. Well, most people are dumb fucking idiots.
Really?
And
let's just go. Let's even just go look at Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean,
even
arguing,
think that's not even true.
Even going with people and saying, all right, Skarsgård, whatever, let's set aside the It portrayal. Some of the decisions they made in that movie were just incomprehensible. So the second movie is basically just a big scavenger hunt. Like they reduced the run-ins that they all have with It in the town to a weird scavenger hunt where they each have to go find their own little thing.
Yeah, I mean, part two, as bad as part one was, part two was just like,
so it's like if It has a problem as a piece of literature to be adapted, it's that there's too much in it to put in a movie. So why would you? It was like when they fucking added a romance to The Hobbit. You had a dwarf that wanted a fucking elf in The Hobbit. You know what I mean? It's just why would you add that?
2017, 50,000 plus ratings, 84%. So yeah, I mean, I guess if you're making an appeal to popularity argument, that is a pretty solid one. The vast majority of people that seem to go and rate this movie.
Come on, you can't pretend 1990 It had better special effects than 2017 because of hipster CG thing. I mean,
no, it did. It really did. CG is jarring and often really poorly done, and it is an example of, in my opinion, really poorly done.
There is a lot of terrible special effects in that TV miniseries, but honestly, like, you kind of forgive it a little more because one, it does feel more like a television series.
I mean, two, the clown is way scarier
because
The
it's
way
not.
that they would just cut away and put contacts in him and give him big gangly teeth, and that was way scarier than the big fucking
it felt like it
dorky
was there.
monster. Yeah,
Dude,
because
when I saw that as a
there.
kid, I was scared fucking shitless. Dude, I'm sure a kid would be scared if they saw the 2017 it. I'm sure, like, especially like they were 5 years old or something. They were like a really little kid. Like, 'cause I was pretty young.
Like, can we be honest though? Both of the, I mean, like the fucking original. I mean, Tim Curry is great Pennywise, but like most of that show, like aside from like some nostalgia shit, is, I mean, like it's not very good.
No,
I mean, I watch
Like,
it. I watch it for that performance.
The TV miniseries is also not fucking great.
No.
It's a little bit. I mean, it's a little bit more watchable, I think, than those more recent films, but not by much. Like,
no, I mean, I think some of the roles are better cast in the TV movie.
You know what I really think would have been great for something like it would have been like a 10-hour sort of True Detective style HBO miniseries. You know, like with that kind of vibe. And like maybe like give a lot of different like subplots breathing room in their own stories. I think that would have been
more in depth, dude.
I think that would have been a way better way to adapt that fucking material than that either of those films.
Yep, for sure.
I mean, Curry's Pennywise is fucking leagues better than fucking Bill Skarsgård's. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, even if you like the 2017 movie, if you like the new ones, I mean, that's fine. But I don't think there's even an argument in my mind that Curry is not the best Pennywise. I mean, I would have to hear it because I've never seen anything in that portrayal, and I've watched both those movies a couple times.
Balloons aren't scary. I mean, I feel like they can be if they're like shot. I mean, anything can be scary if you shoot it right.
If you attach a creepy sewer clown to it, like Tim Curry's performance, it is creepy.
When a balloon is a harbinger of the coming of a demon clown or whatever, that's played really well by a really believable, really dedicated actor. And designed really well, then it is a dreadful thing. Anything can be dreadful, you know. If you were a child and your first memory is watching your mom be bludgeoned with a little miniature statue of David that was on the coffee table. To you, the statue of David is probably a pretty dreadful thing that when it pops up in your life, you know. So that's just stupid. Balloon. People just have no imagination, you know what I mean? That's what I think has died more than like media literacy and literature and theater and the art of making movies. I just think honestly people have lost their imaginations, and it's really kind of sad. Because like to even say something like that, like anything can be scary. Clowns weren't designed to be scary. They're scary because people are scared of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the balloon invoked that terror. That was the point. The point was not that the balloon itself is menacing. It's just saying like, hey,
it's a harbinger of the clown.
Yeah, you know who's coming for you. That's basically so. It's basically saying you're fucked. You know, like that's the message. Not that the balloon, you're not a lunar. You're not gonna fucking the balloon's not gonna kill you itself. Obviously,
this balloon in and of itself is scary. Anyway, I guess that's probably Slopppy Secondz. I will see you guys on Sunday for some Abandoned Hope, and the trio of us.
Bloody Sunday.
The trio of us will see you on Tuesday. Peace.
Have a good one, guys.